what's going on? It's Shout here. Welcome back to a new video on this channel. So today I am going to be reviewing the worst selling car in Greenville. So I had a look and I noticed that a lot of people were doing the best selling car in Greenville. So I thought, why not do the worst selling car? Because I actually haven't seen anybody do this yet. So I thought that this would probably be my chance to have a very unique idea. Alright guys, so I haven't even bought the car yet, so we're actually going to go here, and actually before we even go in here, the way how we actually find out the worst selling car is by actually going onto this list. Now it only goes down to 25, so unfortunately it's not complete, and it keeps putting me into here, bro. Unfortunately, it's not completely accurate to like what the worst selling car would actually be, since there are like hundreds of cars in Greenville. But based on this leaderboard right here, number 25 is the lowest we can go. So I'm just gonna base it off of that pretty much. So yeah, but it still has 388,000 sales, which is still a heck of a lot. So it's definitely not terrible, but on the list it is at the bottom. So that basically means that it's the worst selling car on this list at least. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go here, we're going to go to filters, click on BKM, because that's actually the brand that it says. And it is actually this car right here. So this car is extremely cheap. I actually don't know why this car hasn't sold as good as any other car, because it is extremely cheap. I'm hoping this will be a very good starter car, and it doesn't look too bad either from the first like impressions. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce this. The Fredding.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Freeding? I actually don't know, but yeah, I also don't know that it's what BMW it is. I've actually never seen this in real life before, so yeah, but I know that it's a BMW, so that's basically that. It kind of looks like an M3 a little bit, or an M5, but yeah, so I'm just gonna leave it in I'm just gonna put it in like this gray color, which I'm pretty sure is the default color. So it's only $13,000, so we're just gonna buy that. Okay, so if we go down here, as you can see right here, so it is a little bit smaller than it's a little bit longer than the M3 because it is a sedan, not a coupe. So yeah, but first impressions on the look, it actually doesn't look terrible at all. Like, it actually does not look terrible. Back of the car, from what I've seen, could have a little bit of working on it. It kind of looks a little bit ugly. It doesn't really look like a BMW at the back, in my opinion. I don't really like how the lights are kind of split off there, and it just looks really awkward. But except from that, the side of the car looks nice. The front of the car looks pretty nice. I just don't like the big orange lights at the top that go across like that. That kind of looks a little bit ugly. Grille looks like pretty much every more classic BMW from the early 2000s. And yeah, basically, it's not a bad looking car, especially for the price. The rear end of the car could have a little bit of tweaking, but obviously Greenville can't do that because this is what the real car looks like. So yeah, but anyways, let's get into the car. So it's actually not a terrible startup for the price of the thing, and wow, these are actually some very nice looking lights, like the way how they've positioned them here. They actually look very nice. So if I turn them on right there, yeah, they're actually not that bad, if I'm gonna be honest. Brake lights right there. We got the indicators. Yeah, I don't really like how they're on the top there. It kind of makes it, I don't know. It kind of makes the car look like kind of like awkward. I don't know, like, cause this looks like its mouth. The grill looks like its mouth, and then like these look like its eyebrows, the indicators, and then there's like two eyes. It looks really, like, honestly kind of weird. But yeah. So it's not a bad sounding car so far. The rims look a bit plasticky. That's not terrible, I guess. I mean, it's a cheap car, so yeah. But yeah, so let's actually give this car a little bit of a rev test and see what it gives us. Yeah, so it's a very standard rev. So yeah, that's really that. But yeah, so we're gonna do a little bit of a driving test in this thing now, and basically just see how this thing performs. So far I noticed that steering is a bit tight on this thing, even though I'm using medium steering speed. What if I put it on fast? Let me test it on fast. It'll probably be a lot better. Oh no, it's actually still pretty tight on fast turning. I'm just gonna turn it back to medium though, because that's what I usually use. But yeah, it's actually still pretty tight on fast steering, which is a pretty big downside already, because that basically means that you can't really turn around that good when you're going fast in this car. If this thing does even go fast. So actually, I'm going to be doing a 0 to 60 in this thing really quickly. I'm not expecting anything very impressive out of this thing, as this thing is literally like pretty much one of the least best selling cars in Greenville. So yeah, but anyways, let's do a 0 to 60 test in 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, so it's just a really slow launch off. And there we go. So that was probably like actually a good, maybe about, I guess like 6 seconds. It was pretty slow, honestly. It wasn't the best at all. I didn't do it in sports mode, as you guys saw. I just wanted to see what it would perform in like the normal drive mode. And it didn't perform too good, unfortunately, but I mean, what do you expect for a car at this price? It's actually really like a really decent car. I just feel like the main reason why it doesn't sell is because of, or sell as much, is pretty much just because of the looks on the car. That would basically be it, I'd say. But anyways, I'm gonna go up to max speed right here. So it actually is a 6 speed somehow, which is actually pretty decent, and it goes up to 142. So it's not awfully slow. It's not like it's pretty much like the Cybertruck max speed, pretty much. So it's definitely not awful, especially for the price of this thing. But yeah, overall, would I recommend getting this thing? No, like honestly, this thing isn't really worth it. I know that I keep saying, oh well, it's not performing that well because of the price, which is pretty true, honestly, but it's not really worth getting, because if I actually go back to the dealership here, I'm actually going to show you guys the best selling car in the game. Now, the reason why this is the best selling car is pretty much because it's the cheapest car, or the car that most people when they start off the game get, and that's pretty much because of the fact that it's literally, I think about $3,500 if we actually go here to Chevron right here. So if we actually go to Chevron right here and we find the car right here. So this car right here, this is the best selling car in Greenville, and it's because it's literally the amount of money that you first get when you start playing this game, I'm pretty sure. So that's the main reason why it's like such a good selling car. But like, it's so much cheaper than that BMW, and I'm pretty sure it performs around the same as it as well, and it's much cheaper. So I'd really just recommend getting this instead. But if you'd like BMWs, of course, just go for it, I guess. But it's still not worth it. Even if you're a BMW fan, it's just not a very good car at all. And yeah. Anyways, see you later, guys, and goodbye.